Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thanks for tuning into the video. And for this one's quite special because Volvo has invited me to check out their all-new C40. And this is a very important vehicle for Volvo because by 2030, they only want to sell fully electric vehicles. This is basically the future of Volvo, and this is their fully electric vehicle. So let's go check out what this C40 has to offer. Starting with the exterior design, the C40 is going to have that coupe-like roofline. This arc is a very important feature that Volvo wanted to implement from its inception. They wanted something that would have a more emotional appeal to buyers that like the coupe design, but may also have other priorities like fitting in other people or fitting child seats in the back. The sexier lower roofline also gives the C40 a more aerodynamic shape. So while this sacrifices some interior space when compared to the traditional XC40 profile, it certainly helps this EV by having a smaller frontal area, giving it less drag and potentially giving it more range. The front of the C40 follows the trend of typical electric vehicles. Instead of having big gaping grills, you'll find some color matched panels. You'll also notice that the logo has been slightly redesigned. And perhaps that's for good reason because it now houses the upgraded advanced driver assist systems. And best of all, that logo is now heated, meaning those critical sensors can work better in the colder temperatures. The headlights on the C40 still has the iconic Thor's hammer configuration, and nestled within it is the new Pixel LED. Simply put, this is a smart headlight that's going to adjust to varying light conditions and can independently switch on and off to optimize the light pattern so you don't blind oncoming traffic but can still light your way. Now when you pop open the hood, you'll find a nice storage solution in place of an actual engine. It looks to be big enough to store the necessary charging equipment. Moving around back, you'll find some fast looking and functional bits on the roof and a spoiler on the hatch, giving it more downforce and improving aerodynamic efficiency. The taillights of the C40 look much more expressive compared to the XC40. The taillight design flows down the back window, snakes around the edges of the rear end, and terminates at the back hatch. There's also a special welcoming and departing sequence to the lights, giving it a nice design touch. Now the paint on this specific pre-production C40, which at the time of this filming is the only C40 in North America, has been finished in Fjord Blue. It'll also be available in Sage Green, which is another fantastic color as seen on this XC40 Recharge. So total, there's going to be 7 colors to choose from. On top of those 2, you'll also have Crystal White, Silver Dawn, Thunder Gray, Fusion Red, and I think my favorite of all, Black Stone. Jumping inside, if you've sat in any Volvo within the past few years, you're going to feel right at home here. The layout has that similar minimalist, high quality, and attractive design. The center console has a portrait-oriented screen that houses all of the controls for the car, like your heated seats, ventilation, music controls, and various other apps. It almost has the same look and feel to the current infotainment system, but this one has been co-developed with Google and is running on Android. Therefore, you can control many in-car features, including climate settings, just by saying,
Hey Google,
turn on the heated steering wheel.
Sure, turning on the steering wheel heater.
It might be a good challenge to see if you can own this car and never even have to touch the screen. I dare you to try it. On top of the Android operating system, you'll also have unlimited data for 4 years. So you can expect the C40 to get over-the-air updates so that it can improve throughout your ownership. Now looking straight ahead, you'll find the fully digital instrument cluster. The layout here is also different than the existing non-electric Volvos. You can toggle between 3 different gauge cluster layouts. You have your calm layout, which is a very simple minimalist gauge design. There's also car-centric, which shows your safety systems and various items it's tracking. And finally, there's a navigation view. As for the rest of the interior, it has that traditional Volvo look and feel to it. And there's always some unique story behind the design and why they did things a certain way. For example, the special trim pieces have a weird, seemingly random pattern to it, It turns out that it's modeled after the topographical map of the Abisko National Park in northern Sweden. The classy blue exterior and interior, which shares the same fjord blue name color, was apparently inspired by the waters and inlets of Sweden's west coast. And the impressive standard panoramic glass roof that does not have a retracting sunshade is there because apparently the Swedes have very short winter days and it's generally dark and gray for most of the year, so they'll take their sunshine when they can get it. The materials on the seats and the steering wheel certainly has that leather look and feel, but this car is 100% leather free. Now when it comes to starting the car, there's no actual start-stop button or dial anywhere to be found. And that's because once you step inside, the car is on. And all you have to do is put your foot on the brake and put it into gear to drive away. Now, I haven't had the chance to drive the XC40 Recharge or the C40 just yet, so I don't know what it's really like to drive. But this being a fully electric vehicle, I know that acceleration is going to be quick. Judging from the spec sheet, the C40 is going to be very similar to the XC40. It has the dual motor setup, one driving each axle, giving you that all-wheel drive capability. Combined, you should have 402 horsepower and goes 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. And depending on how you drive, you should get a range of more than 200 miles out of the 78 kilowatt hour battery. Once I get a chance to test out the XC40 Recharge, which is going to be similar to the C40, there will be a link to that video in the description box. For now, let me know what you think about the C40 in the comments below. Well, there you have it. That's the all-new C40 from Volvo. If you learned something from this video, please consider hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe and notification bell button so that you can be notified anytime we make a new video. We'll wrap it up right there. My name's Hanson. This is the C40, and I will see you next time.